Hello, YouTube. How you doing today? I don't know what channel this is for, but
It's Team DL's channel.
okay.
Coming at you guys with a video of a deck that I found was really good. It's a counter fairy deck, really unique. Anything you want to say on it?
I based the deck off of Asian Persuasion's regional deck that he got third place on. I did do a slight change to his, but other than that, it's basically almost the same.
Alright.
Other than like 5 cards.
Alright, man. Alright, onto the deck profile.
I'll do monsters first. 2D Warrior Ladies. I just like this card because it gets rid of like silly things like Zen mains, just anything. 3 Jowgen. Jowgen's just really good because it stops special summons. You know, it destroys. It's a fossil Dyna with the effect of you discarding 1 card from your hand randomly to destroy all special summons on the field. This deck doesn't special summon at all, or at least my version of it does not, because I don't really need to use it. So, 3 Thunder Kings. Thunder King's just a good card. And then the main engine of the deck, 3 Bountiful Artemis, because you're on counter traps, it's a counter fairy deck, you need to draw cards.
Anyone who doesn't know what the card does,
every time you activate a face up, or while this is face up on the field, you draw 1 card for any counter trap that gets activated.
So even if your opponent warnings?
If your opponent warnings, yes, you get to draw
That's
off of it.
cool.
And then my little tech of the deck is 2 Popcorn.
Favorite card I saw.
2 Popcorn just because you do run a field spell in the deck. I'll show you that a little later. Unless you've seen Asian Persuasions, then you obviously know what that is. But Popcorn's a monster in this deck just because he's really big. And of course the 1-for-1s is Honest, so you run a lot of lights. Granville because he's an asshole, and Carcardi.
Would you want to bump Carcardi up to 2, or do you like it with 1?
I'm still trying to figure some space out. Asian Persuasion did use 2 in his build, but for now I'm running it at 1. I do have 3. I have a playset of it, but I just run 1.
Alright.
Now onto the spells. 4 spells in the deck.
4 spells. How do you survive with 4 spells?
I do fine usually.
Oh my
2
God.
Pod Duality, and then this field spell, 2 Seal of Orichalcos. This card is just the best card field spell that I have ever seen. It's a shame that you can only play it once per duel, but it's really good. Gives your monsters 500 attack, makes your Popcorn a 2700 monster. They can't kill your Jowgen, or they can't attack your Jowgen while this is face up on the field. It protects itself, and you can't special summon from the extra deck, but the whole point of this is just to protect the Jowgen.
Wow.
It makes it you can't attack the lowest attack monster, and Jowgen is the lowest attack in the deck.
You've never regretted not running a Dark Hole? Like nothing like that?
No.
Wow. That's
Well,
nuts.
because a lot of special summon, Jowgen acts as your Raigeki,
Yeah.
since you don't special summon in the deck. On to my traps. Now, I run 20 traps.
20 traps.
20 traps.
That's scary.
Asian Persuasion ran Starlight Road. I'd rather run this. It's called Huge Revolution is Over. It's the same thing, except it's a counter trap and it banishes the card. You don't get a Stardust obviously out of it. It just any 2 cards that get destroyed. I get to activate this, banish that card, and negate the effect. Obviously, a Judgment.
Obviously.
Judgment needs to be in here. There's no questions about it. Another tech card that I put in, since I am running Popcorn, I am running 1 Polynosis. Polynosis is you tribute a card and it acts like Solemn Judgment. You negate a spell, a trap, or a summon. It's really good. Just because 2 Solemn Judgments is always the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
3 Dark Bribe. Just because you like to negate everything, and with Artemis you get to draw along with them drawing a card. 2 Warning. Good. 2 Magic Drain. Magic Drain just because if you make them discard a spell card and you have an Artemis, then
it's
you
+1 either way.
Plus, yeah, regardless. Drastic Drop Off, same thing, just because it's a +1, because you're making them discard 1. Either when they search for something, you can use it on their search, like a Rhoda, or if they draw a card and you just feel like making them have a minus, then you can. 2 Divine Wraths, just because negating effects, monster effects is always good. That's all the counter traps in the deck. Asian Persuasion ran all of this except for just these two, the Polynosis and the Huge Revolution. But all the other things is just straight from him. And the last 6 traps of the deck are all normal, just because they're really good. 2 Mirror Force, 2 Compulse, and 2 Bottoms.
You really want to keep that field there, no torrentials.
No, that field needs to be there because you want those Artemises to stay on the field, you want the Jowgins to stay on the field, just because drawing is good.
Alright, back to you now. Is there anything negative that you feel the deck needs or a big problem for it?
The problem is sometimes my deck gets a little cloggy, whether it being too many monsters or too many trap cards. But other than that, it runs fine for the most part. Yesterday I didn't do so hot. I did go to a regional. I didn't do well because I could not, for the life of me, draw my Jowgins.
Alright.
Other than that, it does fine.
Alright then, man.
Summon Artemis, set 5 pass.
Alright, man. Thanks for the profile. It's a really great deck. I really got a kick off seeing it. It's really good. And anything else you want to say?
Try it out for yourself. See if you like it. If you don't,
Net decking. Net deckers. Alright, man. Thanks a lot. Alright, you too.